Sun and everything. You want to climb down that?
No. Maybe the new Link from the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild could, because that can be climbed pretty much anywhere.
Used to climb. I don't know if you can tell, it is a long way down. So we are out in the middle of nowhere, driving up to some hunting land. And this church has always been here. It's probably 1800s church slash schoolhouse, back when they would have them in the same building. You can see there's one chimney in the middle. They typically have the old wood burning stove in the middle to keep the kids or the parishioners warm. And it's always been unlocked for the community to use. There's old wood burning stove and the pews. There's the Relic kids.
Sucking on Hershey's Kisses.
Eating a Hershey's Kiss. And the old piano that probably goes back to the 1800s. Still here.
Wonder if it still works.
So this would have been the school and the church for the community. Going way back when. No drugs or alcohol allowed. And they still use it as their voting place.
Hey, some of these skis actually work.
Pretty neat, yeah. And here's the old cemetery back there. A lot of the old tombstones are just rocks. Oh, it's muddy right here.
Or tornado.
This is what Jeeps are for.
Stop.
Ain't no problem. Ain't no problem at all. So we come down to see the old family land today, and we hadn't been up here in a while. It's pretty hard to get to, and they've clearly had a tornado touch down out here very recently. Big old trees are down everywhere. Good place to find arrowheads and this stuff. Who made this little path? Now look at all these trees down. It's crazy. There, it's ripped right out of the ground. Big old trees are twisted right in half. Same thing there. Cabin's up through there. I guess we're lucky there's not one through the cabin. Doesn't look like there is. There's the old cabin Dad and Uncle built. These trees blown down in the tornado just narrowly missed hitting it. Look how deep the hole from the root ball is. It's probably 8 foot deep. What's that, Relic kid? It's snowing, isn't it?
Yeah. Been sliding down here.
Yeah, a little snow on the ground out here. What's the rest of the cabin? That grill's still good.
I can't believe these still here. All these trees
Little pavilion. It's a home for rats right now. You would not want to stay in there. Sirius is looking for rats, wood rats. There's a big old rat's nest in that wood burning stove.
You know, if this was in good shape, like if this was new, I bet it would be a pretty good couch because it looks good.
I think this couch is not in good. The old camp outhouse.
Yep.
It's not in such good shape.
Is there still something in it?
I don't think it's over, all the way over right now.
That's it. What?
Alright, let's see the old cave, old rock shelter, the bear cave. Oh.
Water?
Yeah, she's getting wet. He's getting wet. Just a nice shelter. This is where the Indians would have lived. Built their campfire and stayed dry in there.
And now there's water running through it.
Over there is, yeah. Here's the old cabin site. Way back in the woods. My grandpa was still alive. He could tell you the story. I think they're all buried in the churchyard of the old church we stopped at. But I believe the two boys that lived here were off fighting in the war, the Civil War, and they came back and found their family, their parents, and I think a younger sister killed here. I don't remember exactly, but I think it might have been an Indian attack. But this is all that's left of it now. What do you think, Relic kid?
Pretty cool, but pretty spooky at the same
Don't climb on that. It's dangerous. Stay away from it. Used to be about twice that tall last time I was here. Alright. You can see the old rock walls going down through the woods where they would have had thrown the rocks out of the side of the mountain here to make their farm fields. Trying to climb a tiny tree. Visit a Confederate cemetery.
So we're going to explore this Confederate cemetery here in Arkansas. And where are we in Arkansas? I don't remember.
Fayetteville.
And this looks pretty cool, so let's go and do it.
Trespassers will be punished. But we are not trespassers.
Yes.
We are visitors. Yep, we're good. Gazebo. Used to be this was fairly grown up, and there's a cemetery in the woods over here that's still somewhat grown up, but they cleaned it up. But it used to be just tombstones out in the woods. But this is a pretty neat monument. It's spring break for us.
Yep.
But it's incredibly cold. It's below freezing right now, or right at freezing, in the middle of the afternoon, which we weren't counting on. No. So what we have here, when it says, you want to read it?
These were men.
Face the camera.
I can't really see it.
These were men whom power could not corrupt, whom death could not terrify, whom defeat could not dishonor. And I believe that these were men who died at Pea Ridge. It's a big battlefield not far from here. And as you can see, there's 4 quadrants laid out from the 4 sides of the monument. And so right here, we have the troops from Arkansas. Largely unmarked, unknown graves. Over here, we have the troops from Missouri, and some of the officers and people that are known are marked. So there's a brigadier. Right here we have, gosh, it's cold. Brigadier General W.I. Slack from Missouri. Boone County, Missouri, but born in Kentucky. He died March 21st, 1862. Confederate States Army. There's a Captain John C. Toney, Company B, 3rd Regiment, Shelby's Brigade. And then there's a whole lot of just unmarked, anonymous graves. I assume nobody knows who they are anymore. And this is overlooking the city of Fayetteville and the University of Arkansas. And like I say, it used to be kind of grown up, a little secret back here in the woods, but they've really cleaned it up and taken care of it. And here on this side, we've got the troops from Texas. That's where all out here, and none of those appear to be marked. And then finally, we've got Louisiana, and none of those appear to be marked. And it looks like, well, it looks like one of them is marked. And if you look in the back, there's newer stones, so it looks like they've found out maybe there was more graves that were marked here at some point and added some stones. Same thing over there.
What is this?
This is a tree in memory of Leonard Wayne O'Neill, member of General Joe Shelby's camp, number 1414. So this is probably some of the people who've been upkeeping this cemetery and taking care of the graves.
Oh, would it be by itself?
I don't know. Let's go out this way and we can check out. Really neat rock wall. Laying for the most part without mortar.
More than I thought.
So a couple of these, this is post-war. This is post-war. It's a soldier, but it's post-war. And some of these are marked, actually. So presumably the veterans who survived and wanted to be buried here after the war did so. And that's maybe why we have some later ones and a couple of wives that were buried with them in some of these. All right.
So here, there's this little thing in the Arkansas Museum where you can press a projectile and it will fire it. So let's see. Let's do the classic looking artillery shell.
Classic looking shell. What is it?
It's a
10-pound parrot?
Yep.
Oh, so you fire it on this thing?
Yeah.
Let's try the James shell. This one doesn't seem to do anything. Okay, so we touch the James shell. It's going, I think.
I think it's rolling the facts now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's rolling the facts.
that's a really neat idea that doesn't seem to work.
Well, it worked for me.
Okay. Well, look here. What do we got? Lots of shells. Normans. Some canister. A reed. Some James shells. Hotchkiss. Blakely, I'm not even familiar with that.
Okay, I pressed it. Normally, you tap it twice. That's how it worked for me. Now, there we go.
I guess that's all it does. Okay,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Everybody else is staying inside because it's really cold out here today, but give you a quick look at the Battle of Prairie Grove. Really cool, really tall monument here. And there's a big, nice battlefield you can tour that I think we're going to drive through. A. Mars was born 1799. It's really strange. I get the feeling that they took this stone that says A. Mars was born 1799 from somebody's grave or something and put it in this wall. Very out of place, because this wall certainly is not that old, but that carving would have to be. So you had here at this battle you had General James Blunt, probably the most famous person that was fighting here. General Parent. Here's the monument. It says Battle Monument, Rees Mill. This tower was the chimney of Rees Mill, which stood 6 miles northwest of this spot. The mill was operated by the Federal Army before and after the Battle of Prairie Grove. They took it down from there and moved it here for a memorial for the men who fought here. So that's probably why that other stone has such an older carving in it on the wall. It was carved carved in the side of the mill or something. And General Hindman commanded the Confederates here. But a very neat place. And it's cold and miserable today. It was a ridiculous game of Connect 4.
Blue player, make your move. 5.
Oh! I'm deactivated! Oh, come on.